Oscar De La Hoya is coming back to boxing. Oscar De La Hoya just confirmed that he is coming back to boxing. He's going to cut that weight down. He's going to get back into shape. He's not going to make the mistake that he made last time when he fought against Manny Pacquiao and come all down to 147 pounds. He's only going to come to about 154 or 160, and he's looking at fighting the best. He wants to take on the likes of Charlo. He wants to take on the likes of, Earl Spence. He wants to take on the likes of Crawford, have them come up to 154 pounds and fight with them. He ain't looking for no tune-ups. He wants that smoke. And if you believe that is, you're a moron. Okay? This dude is straight clout chasing. All right? That's all he's doing. And the way he does it is horrible. Like, if you're going to do this, do it at least in a way where it benefits your fighters. You look at somebody like Bob Arum. Bob Arum clout chases like a mother effer. He talks out of his tail all the time. You know what I mean? His greatest sayings is, fans are like dumb rocks that you can throw in any direction. And when it comes to anything that he says, what I consistently always say is, don't be that rock that Bob Arum throws in any direction. Like when it came to Terence Crawford versus Manny Pacquiao. Oh, Terence Crawford's going to fight Manny Pacquiao. We're looking to set that fight up. He's talking out his tail. He's clout chasing, but he's doing it in a way where, the news goes towards his fighter. Okay, now it's, we're looking at setting up Ugas versus Terence Crawford. Okay, he's clout chasing again, but he's doing it in a way where the news goes to his fighter. You know what I mean? Before a couple of months ago, we're gonna contact Sean Porter and we're gonna see about setting up that fight against Terence Crawford. We're gonna try to set up the fight against Terence Crawford. Again, where does the news go to? The clout chasing go to? His fighter. Okay, puts a spotlight on his fighter. When Lomachenko, I remember when it was Lomachenko versus everybody was looking at Lomachenko versus Mikey Garcia. Mikey Garcia was like, I want to fight Loma at 135, blah, blah, blah. And meets him up at ESPN, everything. And Bob Arum comes out, Mikey Garcia. He's, he's a piece of ish. You know what I'm saying? I'm not negotiating with him. He wants to fight Lomachenko, fine. I'm going to give him one offer. He can take it. If he takes it, we fight. If not, he can F off. Again, it's still bringing it towards his fighter. Then, when it came to Earl Spence versus Terence Crawford, he was like, man, there's not enough money in it. As soon as this fight grows to where it's 500,000 pay-per-views or more, we're going to do that fight. No one seems to remember that, by the way, which is weird. Because even Terence Crawford then comes out and says the same thing. Oh, yeah, right now it doesn't make financial sense, but as soon as it does, we're going to fight once there's enough money for both people. But again, he's doing it in a way where it's still the news goes towards his fighter. Then later on, what he hears that Mikey Garcia is fighting Terence Crawford. But it switches real quick. We want to set up Terence Crawford versus Earl Spence. And we want to do it now. We want to set up the fight between Lomachenko and Mikey Garcia. And we want to do it right now. There's no reason why they shouldn't fight next. We want to set up the fights next. He's talking out his tail. But the news is still going towards what? Towards his fighters. It's still going towards his fighters. We want to set up Lomachenko versus Tank. We want to do that. They have no intentions of doing that fight. Hell no. They have zero intention of doing that fight. He's clout chasing. But he's doing it in a way where it brings attention towards his fighter. That's what you want to do. Oscar De La Hoya does the complete opposite. You know what I mean? Oscar De La Hoya will do something like, Canelo Alvarez had a fight coming up, right? This dude talks about, I'm running for president against Kanye West in the next presidency. I'm running for president, bringing the attention towards him, not his fighter. And then like with this situation, I'm coming back to boxing. I want to fight the best. I want to fight the best out there. And what's crazy about it is he doesn't even do it. He takes away from Canelo. That's number one thing. But he doesn't even do it in a way where it brings attention towards his network. He could have said something like, I'm looking at fighting somebody like a Billy Joe Saunders, which is another DAZN fighter. He could have said for a title. He could have said, I'm looking at fighting Demetrius Andres. He could have said, that instead. If Canelo's not going to fight, let's go Gennady Golovkin, and I'll fight. Well, that would be taken away from his fight too. But if he's not looking to fight Gennady Golovkin next, he could have said, I'll fight Gennady Golovkin. You know what I'm saying? I'll fight Gennady Golovkin, or something like that. So at least it brings attention towards his network. It could bring attention towards the zone, the place that you have your fights. But that's not what he did. When it comes to to Ryan Garcia is all upset about the amount of money that you guys are offering him. So it's, Ryan Garcia's team wouldn't accept the fight. So, on that date, come watch the Future Boxing Ortiz. Pissing on one of your own fighters in order to praise the other one. Regardless if you're having financial, situations, or you're having arguments or not. You have arguments with Canelo as well. Canelo doesn't talk to you. So for you to talk like that about your young up-and-comer like that, just because you're having a disagreement and put him out on blast like that, it makes no sense. It makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. But that's what he chooses to do. You know what I mean? So he should probably give Bob Arum a phone call, you know what I'm saying, and have Bob Arum, school him on the art of clout chasing, as a promoter. Teach him how to clout chase as a promoter. So you can at least be in a situation where all that energy is directed towards the fighters that you need fans to be looking at, and be interested in order, for viewerships to come in. So the network that you're on, that you have all your fights are on, can stay afloat, okay? And you can keep making bank. But that's not what he chooses to do. So, this basically is one of those other BS situations where somebody's just talking out their tail and they have absolutely zero intentions on doing what they're saying. So don't look for Oscar De La Hoya to be coming back. Don't look for him to be facing anybody. And this is a guy who has weird fetishes that he does, aka spatulas. We all know about that. Forcing objects into people that he shouldn't be doing, that he's going to court for. He's into weird things like that. And he's also into taking a lot of substances. This is a man that is not passing no tests, probably. And this is a man who has been abusing his body for over the last decade, since he retired. And he's not getting up to do all that painful work that he have to do, painstaking work that he have to do. He's not doing all that. He's going to get up in the morning and get on with his day. Like, subscribe, share. I'm out.